Quite some time ago, I used to talk about getting 1% better than the day before. And on this We Can Do It Wednesday, I was thinking of something. Why don't we decide to get 1% better with our finances and beyond? Let's talk about it. I'm going to skip the intro and jump right into it. By the way, my name is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money More with Jan channel. How you doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Let's talk about getting 1% better than the day before. I do have kind of like a wish list of things of getting 1% better, but let's talk about the 1%. Now you hear this number one, and then you hear the word percent, and you think to yourself, what's 1%? Well, it may not sound like too much in the beginning. 1%. Gee, Janet, 1%. Can you do better than that? Well, I look at things over time because let's face it, if I was 1% better than yesterday, today, imagine if I go a whole week or two or three or an entire month. Then that means after an entire month, I've become 31% better at whatever it is. I think that's a great thing to achieve. So 1% in this case is actually a lot. But here are a few specific things that I have a wish list that I wish a lot of people would really consider as getting 1% better at. Okay. So if everybody was 1% better than yesterday at this today, we added it up worldwide, would be amazing. So here's my wish list. One, and this applies to myself, by the way, as well, not excluding me. I'm involved here as well. One, be a better listener. Listen, I know that we are bombarded with a lot of things to do. It could get crazy. Phones could go off, bells could go off, other things come up. Right now, the bird clock is going off. Okay. And sometimes that interferes with people's listening skills. It's great to be a good speaker, especially if you have an important message, but it's just as important to be a good listener. I read everyone's comments every single day. Whatever comments come in that do come in, because there is a filter system, and if something is NG not good, it's not going to get through to me. I never see it. But the comments that come through to me every day, I personally read them. Me, myself, read. Because I want to be a great listener. I want to. As we speak, I just heard my phone go off a second. I'm just double checking something. Okay, that's fine. There you go. But I want to continue to be that good listener and not just a great speaker. That's number one. Next, it's important, in my opinion, to be better friends with, well, your friends. Like, what does that entail? You would know what areas of concern that exist between you and your friends that could be improved. Only you can answer that. Be better stewards of our finances. We are blessed with things. We are blessed with things that we have worked for. We are blessed perhaps with the ability to work, and we've been given a lot of things in our lives. We need to be better stewards and managers of our finances. I just think it's just the right thing to do. And to get 1% better at that every single day, wow, that would be amazing. I think we should increase our gratitude of attitude. Not gratitude of attitude of gratitude. I wrote this down the wrong way. We should increase our attitude of gratitude. But I'm also glad for the gift of laughter. So that's okay to be able to laugh at a mistake that you're reading. I think that we should improve and be happy by improving the way we eat, making better choices, even if it's just passing up one small dessert or not having that extra cookie. Maybe one cookie, but not decide to go to the two cookie realm. You see where I'm going with that? That's going to be definitely 1% better. I think that, and I know that when we move around more, we feel better, we are better, it's just better for us. So imagine moving around more, a little bit of a percentage every single day, and just seeing how it accrues. Next, living a more frugal lifestyle, making more frugal decisions, good intentional shopping, good intentional choices, even if it's just 1%. When you're at the grocery store, saying, something, Yeah, I'm used to that brand of packaging. Yeah, but I'm going to get the store brand because I know that I could save $1 off, and that's better for my budget. So I don't have to have that fancy packaging, for example. And the same contents are inside of it because you took a minute and you read the back of the label, blah blah blah, and you did your due diligence. That's a 1% improvement. Also, to choose, be continue to choose our friends wisely. If you see something that doesn't seem right, then don't go along with it. You see where I'm going with that? That's a 1% improvement, in my honest opinion. We've been blessed with homes, apartments, spaces. There are some people who are not in that situation. I would give anything for a little bit of space. And yet there are people who are blessed with so much abundance, they don't take good care of it, and it makes me wonder how we have gotten to a place in life where we have so many things, been given so many wonderful gifts from the good Lord. We need to take better care of things. 1% better at all those things. Now, all those things I mentioned, honestly, quite honestly, they are the tip of the iceberg, and they are just ideas. But can you imagine if everyone in this world took a moment of time to take that 1%, to make it better, to say, you know what, I'm going to take a fraction. Think about how small 1% is. It's really practically nothing because the next number below number one is zero, right? So it's literally right next to a big fat zero. They just climb up a little digit up, one digit up, one little increment up. And it seems like it's tiny and it's really not a big thing to do. Suppose you're a person that every single day of your life you have a bad habit. I call it a bad habit of running to the lottery store and spending tons of money on lottery tickets. People think this is what makes me laugh because they're not at like a betting site, like let's say a casino or someplace like that. That just because they buy it at their local corner store, and it's like so innocent spending so much money on a daily basis on scratchers, and many times people lose a lot of money on that. Ask yourself, maybe I don't have to do that today. 1% improvement. Maybe today I'll skip, or maybe today, or this is the day that I'm going to cut it in half, or breaking a bad habit. But we don't break habits; we actually replace it. So I'm just using examples, okay? Just trying to come up with like examples. Ask yourself, what is there something that has been annoying you deep down inside and you want to make improvements on? Can you find that off the top of your head? Think about that. Take a few minutes today, have your favorite cup of tea, get into a non distracted corner of your room or whatever, and ask yourself, what thing can I improve upon? Even if it's 1%. Wow. Imagine improving something 1% better than the day before, 1 year from now. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe.